Hello, hello. 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 How much streaming competition do we have on the Patrick's Paradox channel? It is launch day for the game. Oh, good. Look at all the people streaming. That's very good. Okay. We might not even be the top channel streaming this, depending on who shows up. How's it going, everybody? We'll give people another minute or two to show up. Escape Simulator. Didn't we play? We did play that. That's why it's here. 5th anniversary of PUBG. Oh my God. Is Patrick's Parabox indie funded? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I think it's self-funded. We could find out on the store page. Planet Crafter. Sounds like it has crafting. Let's download that while... Oh, we can buy it. Oh my gosh. Can I buy things on Steam now without... Okay, let's not reveal my security code to the universe. Purchase. Install Planet Crafter, please. See, that's how sales works, man. You see a game, you're like, I would like to craft a planet. Okay, now I can't get Steam to do anything. Okay, wait. There's no title bar. It's too big. We finally got it to do something. Valve, Gabe, fix your shit. What is going on? It gets twice as big like every time. Okay, now we're in Steam video mode and it doesn't fucking fit. What is going on, Gabe? We're just going to exit Steam and restart it. That is our only hope. Like, every time I report stuff like that to people at Valve, they're like, nah, we don't believe you. Steam doesn't have that kind of problem. And like, it literally happens on stream all the time. Yeah, now it'll never get fixed now that Steam Deck's out, because I'm sure everybody's working on the Steam Deck version of Steam, right? Oh God. It's like snap to the left half still. This is making me nervous. Let's try to manually drag. Look at that. It doesn't even track the window. I guess you kind of can't in Windows. I don't know. All right. Oh, yeah, we were going to go to the store page for Patrick's Parabox. Developer, publisher. It is not Annapurna Interactive. So maybe it's not an abusive game developer. I don't, just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. I don't know. That's... You don't think it's Steam's issue? No, it kind of is Steam's issue. All right. Let's see what's going on with the game. Cloud status. Fmod. Deutsche Bank. Okay. The level select area. My name is Patrick, I guess. And oh, okay. That's weird because you have to go through openings on boxes. I don't know, man. Can I do both of these? Yeah. Okay. Level 2. How does it know if you're pushing the box or entering the box? I think if you can push the box, you will. And to enter it, it has to be non-pushable. That is what it seems like. Are those little help informations up there? Why would I go there? Why would I go to help information? Can I like push a box from the inside? Is that no? Okay. Oh yeah. So I need to put this in there and bring it down. Is this a trick question? Yes, because okay, so I have to do it this way. That doesn't even work. How do I do it? I see. Sort of. So I feel like I have to push here and then push it in. But then if that works, then it's already down here and I don't need that. So, okay, why is this double deep right here? Somebody please explain. I guess I just need that. Okay. I was overthinking it. Oh, whoops. Hard clap. This one's got to be on the left because you have to enter it. Okay, so this has got to be there, and this has got to be there. Easy clap. Non-linearity. Is this hard puzzle? I don't know. It's got a red outline. I've pushed a box by a side with an opening. Yeah, but it's not blocked on the other side. That's what I'm saying. Okay, there's me. This box is on the left. Was not a hard puzzle. So red outline maybe doesn't mean hard. Oh, I guess it does, but they're not that hard yet. All right. So there's one in. So there's a big green room. Right, so I need to push this into here to have somewhere to anchor it. Whoops. Anchor it against to do this, and then I can go out. Seems more complicated of a shape than it needed. I don't think we used the bottom of that room at all. Okay. This is so weird how it's just like a white square that you haven't played. Okay. Easy clap. Easy clap. Is this a challenge puzzle? What? Oh, wait, I can't go around the corner. That's the trick. Oh, that's the trick. Hard clap. Okay, easy clap. We just do it this way. You push it in. You go over here. You go there. Okay. Same thing. We just need to burn one of these. Oh. Wait. I need to push a thing in the top, which means I need to get left of it to push it right. which means there needs to be something on the bottom of it. That's why that previous puzzle was kind of easy. It's to like lead up to this one. Okay, the problem is if I stack 2 down here, 2 blues, so that I can push myself into this and get into the side bagger there where I want to go. Okay, question. Does this push this away from the wall? No, that's what I thought. So we need like 2 blues down here, and then I can get that off the wall, but now the 2 blues are on the wall. Oh, but maybe I can capture one. Like if I push it out the side, does it propel the block like a rocket? Let's see. Okay, so like what if I do this? Okay, well now... No, okay. Sag. Okay, so clearly I don't do it that way. Clearly, I mean I could do this, but now it's super stuck, right? I mean, I could do this, but that's not going to be very good. Oh. No? Like, if I do this, if that's a blue... Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Oh yeah, this one's different. Okay, never mind. I just need to get it off the wall. Sorry. I was overthinking it because I was thinking I needed to push a block north there, but I don't need to do that. That was actually a very easy puzzle, but I was trying to do the wrong thing. So I was easy sag. What's going on here? Oh, I need to get to the middle, which means this needs to be here. Perhaps, right? Or in a similar place. And then easy clap. Okay. Okay, what do we even want to do here? I want to get the block out from the many nested levels, right? Easy clap. Easy clap. Yeah, you can push multiple blocks. Easy clap. This one's cool. I like this one. Okay, so I have an up. I obviously can't do anything till at least it's here because I can't get out. Or no, there's really no other way to push it, right? So it's got to go here, and then here, and then here. Okay. So now we have two things up against the north wall. The only real thing I can do is this, and that gets that off the north wall. And then I come around. Okay. Then I go there, and then I come down here, and I push that in. Whoa, not there. There, and then there. And easy clap. Okay, 2. So, see, this one can't go all the way in the room on the right because it needs to end up here. And once we get it in there, I don't think there's a way to get it off. But this one, seemingly... Oh, no, actually, we could do this. That doesn't work. Okay, wait. And we can't go in there because that sticks that, right? So, like, it kind of seems like it wants me to do that, but how does that even frickin' help me? So the only purpose to pushing the block in, we push the gold block in the bottom here. It can't go past this corner ever. So then the purpose of that is to move this room block and then push it back out, all right? That's all we can do. And if our way is blocked between one part of this room and another, we might be able to get there through here, right? That's the other thing. Okay. So, and the trick is we can't get this box stuck because if we do, like, it has to be off all the walls to connect here, right? So, like, and the only prong sticking out is this one. So we could push something right to jam it in, but we can't do that, right? It's just this. So I feel like there's a trick involved like this. Oh, there is. This is how we prevent it from getting on the wall, guys. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Because it didn't involve putting a thing in the other thing, like, at all. Alright. Okay. This is exactly like that other level. Except it has a smaller room. No, didn't I already play this one? I already did all these, right? How do I know if I did it or not? I did all... No, I didn't do this one that I'm under. Is this one different somehow? I don't know. I don't think it did an animation when I did everything. It did an animation. It did an animation when I got 12. Because, like, the number required was 12. But, like, I swear I did this one, right? That didn't seem any different. What was this one? See, I didn't do this. Did I? Oh, I did. It was just so easy I forgot, right? I did this. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, the white new cube. That part of this game, I'm not a huge fan of. Like... We'll just go this way. Like, I think they could have done a little bit more reasonable polish kind of things that actually help with player understanding, right? Okay, this is an entire room block. Wait, what? Oh, let's go this way. That's cool. That's cool. Empty Parabox. A block. Okay, so here... Oh, now I'm screwed. Lol. Whoops. So I can get it north. Okay, so I just can't have it on the bottom. But I have to have it on the bottom to do that trick. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. I already have this off the wall. So the trick is to jam that square in there and then get it back off. I get you. My brain's already tired. So the problem is I can't do it this way. So if I do it by pushing it this way, then I really can't get it off because I can't move this guy because he's big and the other one is small. And I don't think I can do anything from here. Right? But if I go down, then that guy's small and the other one's big. And that is a recoverable scenario. But it's not up against a wall. So how do I push the green, right? That's not good. And if I just do this, I could have done that before. So there's some kind of parabox. That I ain't getting. Oh, if I put it here, it could be against the wall, and then I can get it off. Check it out. All right, easy clap. That was a good puzzle. So the square is inside. It appears to be fully symmetric. The thing is, I just don't want to cover that, maybe. Easy clap, clap. Oh, now the goal is on the blank and the Lloyd blank finds. All right. Like, the new square is not good. That's the worst part of this game, guys. Who even thought that that was acceptable? All right. Oops. That's not going to work. I was like, oh, I'll just walk through the thing, but can't do that. I get you. I get you. Here's what we need to do. I don't know if I need to do both of these, but we're going to do it for fun. So you do that, you put that... Oh, wait. No, they can't be... Okay, hold on. They can't be... They have to be like this. Oh, but then... Bro. Okay. So now... I have to go in. See, that pushes them off the wall, which kind of sucks. If it didn't do that, I could then push them both north. Okay, I just need one to be there already. So I do this. I go out. I put that. I put that. I go in. I push it out, and easy clap. All right. That was a good puzzle. All right. I got to get one of these to the middle, and it's got to be the green meanie. Oops. Didn't mean that. Okay. I gotta end up in there. Which maybe means this one... Ugh. It has to have 2 green blocks in it. I need to push it. I need to go in it, go out, push it left, and then go back in and spit the blocks out. Right? So both of these blocks have to be packed inside. Can I just do this? Or does that cause us a problem? Let's see. I feel like it's fine. Should have named this game Easy Clap. Wait. Where is the square? I don't get it. Oh, now I get it. So wait, we need 4. Which means we need to go spit, 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 Okay. One of these rooms needs to be inside the other room, and the block needs to be inside that room. Whoops. And that needs to be, okay, so we need this. Okay, so we need to push a thing out the bottom. And it could be either the green or the gold cup. Why are there two? Oh, because I need the gold cup. So I need to push the thing right. I need the green. Yes, okay. So I need the blue inside the green. Okay, and then I need the gold inside the blue. But I can't put the gold inside the blue first, because then I'm hosed. So that's actually kind of funny. I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and then I have to go in. Oh, I kind of hosed it. I have to do this. Okay. And then I come out, and I go here. This is the first one where I had to do like kind of long-term planning, which is cool. Do. I might take a brain break in a little bit, even though we've only been streaming 30 minutes. Okay, so I want to push probably the gold to the left. I don't get it. Whoops. Maybe I do get it. So I want to push the gold to the left so it ends up over there. And then I go back in the blue and go south. That's why I have to push the gold, because I have to enter back in from the left. Now that means the gold has to be in the blue, which I guess is fine. I don't... Oh, wait, that part. Wait, what? I need... to be able to go through the blue. In my mind, I would walk through this, but I can't without pushing it south. So the real question is, how do I get blue north from here? The answer is I push it out of something, but I can't because I don't have a third block. I don't have a third block. Oh, I could... No, because I probably have to swap them, right? I need to have blue inside gold. Whoops. Like I said, I need to have blue inside gold. No, like I said, I need to have blue inside gold. Then I go here, and then I have to get this off the wall somewhere, and then I do this. right? And then I do, that's cute. That's cute. I like that one. Game has extremely well-judged level design. I'm probably too early in the game to give a good opinion on that. I don't know. What I will say, so one of the discussions that we had a lot on the Sokoban game we're working on is that it's really easy for puzzle games to feel like brutal work, right? And, you know, even with some of the level designs we were doing early on when we were less good at it, it was like, oh, this feels like work. And then especially when you go to work and you're working hard to like make a programming language and a game engine and a game, you're like tired and you don't want to like play anyway. And then everything especially feels like work. And so one of the things we've been trying to do is be like, okay, let's not try to make things that hard. We want the idea to shine through. And the game is so freaking big that that's where the interest will come from. It won't necessarily, we will have some difficulty, but like 800 puzzles of brutal difficulty is not going to be very appealing to very many people, right? Now, so we've made the decision to try to make the levels not be super hard. But this is like that idea, I think, taken pretty far. So maybe it gets harder later, but like so far, the levels are very easy and snappy. And so it's causing me to reflect a little bit on these discussions that we had, because this is way easier than the game that we're making. And you know, your game's always harder than you think, right? So the question is, are we skewing too hard? Is this game skewing too easy, or is it fine? I don't know yet. I will say one thing about this game that is starting to come through more clearly, but I played a bunch of levels without feeling it, is I'm not very often feeling the impact of the idea very strongly. Like a lot of times I get the idea, but I'm like, oh, that's cute, right? But I kind of don't care yet, even though this is supposedly really cool. Now, part of that might be that I was exposed to the idea during the demo, and so the newness of it happened during the demo. Part of it might, though, be that it's so easy that maybe if I didn't try that hard, I don't feel much thankfulness for the solution. I don't know. Because honestly, this game is easier than pretty much any puzzle game that I remember. Well, I don't know, like Snakebird Primer is pretty easy. But Snakebird Primer also doesn't have this good focus on ideas, right? So it's not really comparable. So I don't know. I do kind of have a dim awareness of what the ideas behind the levels are, but it's not that strong. And I'm not sure why. But it is like I don't feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over quite, which is one thing that that's one problem that a lot of puzzle games have, right? I do feel like the ideas are progressing at an appreciable rate. They just don't strike me that hard yet. It's just like, oh, cool, right? Which might, you know, that's enough. That's, if you want to be entertaining, that's totally fine. Don't want to say too much because I'm still playing. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I don't even know. I assume the game is pretty big, right? Because I mean, I played the demo a year and a half ago, more than that. So yeah, like I don't, what I just said, audience, is not a judgment on the game in any way, right? It's just it's my impression right now from playing, and already I'm getting kind of tired. My brain wants a rest. We're gonna try finishing this level, and then I'll take a bit of a chat break or something. But it's interesting to me. It actually, you know, honestly, so far, I'm glad that I at least get to see the experiment of like what happens when you do 50 levels and they're all this easy, right? And maybe, you know, maybe I just haven't been playing enough like iOS puzzle games, right? Because those tend to be really easy, but they also tend to be not interesting puzzles, right? And so this has like interesting puzzle ideas, and it's also tuned that they come at a fast pace. And I wouldn't be surprised if the game gets continually more complex as it goes on and it gets harder. But right now, that's my impression at this moment in time. Yeah, no, I mean, pacing is valuable, right? And so, again, one of the things we're trying to do in the Giant Sokoban game is we want people to see clearly the idea behind every level, or, you know, in as much as possible as we can do that. And, like, pacing helps, right? Like, if pacing is too slow, you're going to forget what context this level was in and how it was related to anything around it, maybe. And like if pacing is faster, you can chain ideas together better. That's one thing that worked pretty well in The Witness, right? Because we had a bunch of easy puzzles that you could sort of blast through, and then you hit something harder and you're like, oh, right. But you see the pattern from the easier stuff, I think. It's just something that we're thinking about all the time. I feel like I feel like the Sokoban game is probably still going to be a little too hard than it should be, but it's just what we're making at this point. Like, okay, so I got to get this guy off the wall probably, right? And then I gotta, I mean, that seems like an easy clap. I don't understand that level. It's like, so let's talk through that experience there for a second. Like, I just played this level, and I guess it has its own idea, but it feels very redundant with the ideas that I've been doing. Right? So, like, I'm not sure why this level's in the game, except to have... I mean, maybe it's nice that it's like a simple... simple container for those two ideas, like getting the room off the wall and then pushing the block out the door to get it off the wall. But like, I've done both of those things a bunch of times now, so that one feels a little weird. But maybe it's leading up to this one, right? It's like sometimes you put things that are easy that are an intro to the thing that's not easy. So okay, clearly I can get the yellow block. If I push this room up here, I can push the yellow left. But then the room is sort of stuck here, right? So I actually have to have it be empty first. Right, and then I have to go out here and go off. And then I push this out. Oh, but it has to go south. Duh. Okay, wait. That just means maybe this has to go out the other door. Yeah. Okay. So here again, you know, we have this thing where it's like they're on the wall, but they're not really, right? Is the idea here that it's cute that I push the room through the room? Because I don't even have to do that. Like, I feel like the intended solution to that was more trippy, but I didn't need to do it. Like, I thought that was trying to make me push the room through its own hallway, but we didn't have to do it. Okay, I'm going to take a little brain break. How's it going, everybody? What's going on? Unsatisfying, frustrating end games. Have I given that any more thought? No, I have so many things to think about every day. It's all I can do just to think about the things that are on my plate. Oh my God. Running a game company and trying to make an ambitious game. If you're trying to make an unambitious game, it's probably not that bad, but just the thing we're trying to make is so huge. Like the game plus the engine plus the language. There's so much to think about all the time that you can't beat the Leet Code coding puzzles. I have not seen Leet Code, so I don't know what that's like. You can find my curation group on Steam that has a bunch of games I recommend. Are we in danger of running out of money on all the projects? We have a verbal agreement for someone to give us more money. We're going to need to make it back, though. But yeah, making video games is also expensive. It's also expensive. Witness made a lot of money, but we spent a lot of money. So there you go. It's just basic data structures and algorithm stuff. Okay, well, get good, bro. Favorite end games? I mean, I like the Steven Sausage Roll end game. That's one that comes to mind. Like one that everybody likes is Portal, but I don't like the Portal end game as much. Like the song was a really cute original idea the first time they did it, and I think that's a big, like, people are very I don't want to say, like, emotionally manipulable is the crass way to say it, but like that's why a lot of people remember Portal so fondly, is the song at the end. But the end game leading up to that is like it's missing some things. End games. I feel like there must be some. I don't really know. It's like sometimes it's just hard to. Is endgame what happens after the final level? No, I was just connecting. Okay, so endgame to me is something about when the tempo or the mood and the game mechanics change up at the end of a game. You're still playing the game, but it's different in some way that makes it feel like the culmination, right? That's what that means to me, and I assume that's what you were asking. And the reason I was mentioning the Portal song is because I think Portal comes to mind when people think good endgame, but I was saying I don't think the actual game part of the endgame was that good in Portal. Baba's endgame was good. I didn't get to it. Good endgame. I'll think about it. No obvious answer is coming to mind, but I know I've played games. Like, I've tried to do good end games in my games, and I know I got that concept from other things that I played, right? It's not like I made that up. Um, but I don't know. Half-Life 2? Half-Life 2 was pretty okay, yeah. I mean, Half-Life 2 is, again, more an emotional endgame than a game mechanical endgame, but it was pretty cool, you know, for the time. Can a good endgame make up for a bad game? No. I don't think so. Guys, don't, you know, on this channel, asking me questions about programming jobs and stuff, I don't care. Do what you're going to do. Just understand that the choices you make in life make you who you will be. That's the most important thing to understand about what kind of programming job you should get or what degree you should get or whatever. I really have nothing to say about any of that because different things are right for different people. Outer Wilds? Yeah, you know, Outer Wilds... Well, no, because the fish part of the Outer Wilds endgame pretty much sucked. But everything that led up to that was cool. It's just they screwed up on the fish part. And honestly, I don't remember the rest of the Outer Wilds endgame except that it involved following clues to places. I like the parts in Outer Wilds, like where you sort of got really close to the sun at the end. Like that was cool. I guess that was officially part of the end game. And I remember the Quantum Moon stuff, but the fish sucked. Easy shortcut for decent endgame seems to be just make it a timed final exam. I mean, maybe, but if every game does that, it's not interesting anymore, right? We did a little bit of that in The Witness, but that wasn't even really so that the timing could be the end game. It was more, well, there's two different time parts. The short time part was more like, it was sort of me saying, haha, I know a lot of you got here by looking up answers on the internet, so try to solve this, right? When you don't understand the rules, actually. But also for legitimate players, it's more like, well, it's a little bit of a further test to be able to do things within a certain amount of time, right? But like if every game does that, it becomes boring, I think. Inside? The Inside endgame... I mean... The Inside endgame was more like a dramatic world idea than something that you really play, because you're like controlling this thing for a while and there's not really that much to do except navigate to the end, if I remember correctly. So it was more like an end fiction, an end interactive fiction than an end game to me, unless I'm forgetting part of it. Talos Principle. Right, Talos Principle had the friendly robot endgame. The co-op robot. I don't remember to what degree I really liked that or not. I mean, I guess I remember enjoying it at the time, but it doesn't stick in my head as like, oh my God, that's amazing, right? Do you do some puzzle while you're a fleshball? I don't remember any puzzle. I just remember being the fleshball and rolling around and like breaking windows or something. Don't know how you remember the end games of all the games you've played. Well, if it's a memorable end game, that's sort of what we're talking about, right? Good probably means memorable. I could look through my Steam library, although that might make me sad at all the games. Okay, what here has a good end game? 1001 Spikes. Like it has an end game, but I like the main game better than the end game. God, this is going to be so many games. I'm still in the A's. Most of these I haven't gotten to the end game. I mean, Binding of Isaac end game is, you know, just boss battles, but they're more intense than the previous ones, and I guess that's fine. But it's not like categorically different than what came before, right? Counter-Strike. Did I ever even play Commander Keen? Did I get that from a bundle? Maybe we should play that sometime. Crypto the Necrodancer I never finished because the last world is just too hard. I don't think I ever finished it. Oh, Painkiller's endgame is classic for the time. I mean, there's been other games that did cool stuff like that, but for the time, the Painkiller endgame was kind of cool. Door 2, key. So actually, Gothic 1 had a good end game, but not really because it was like super mechanically thought out. It's just in Gothic 1, you ended up doing stuff where you traverse the world and back a couple times. And in that game, you just get super, super OP at the end. So you get to have a fun time going around this world that was really hard. And you just blast through it. And the end game has tons of stuff that at the pace you had previously playing the game would take like a day, and instead you can do it in like a couple hours because it's just like... So that was fun. I don't know if that was even intentional on their part, but it came out well. Look at all these games, man. I've forgotten about a lot of these games. Gothic 2. Forget that Gothic 3 game. Forget that. Forget this one especially. Domina has a really emotionally effective end section. Do I know that game? don't think I have it. Let's see. Is it on Steam? It is. It's got laurel leaves in the title. Oh, because it's Rome. Oh, this is that game. We'll try it. Oh, it's in my library. Why didn't I see it when I scrolled by? Dumb. Oh, it's this. They don't put the name. Let's install that. I don't want to play it tonight because I'm tired, but we'll install it. Wait, is this a game? I feel like I started to play this and I objected to it in the first couple minutes on some philosophical basis that I don't remember. And I just noped out of the game. Kind of like in Super Hot VR, where they make you shoot yourself in the head in VR in the beginning, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So fuck you. You have. It's like they didn't earn that. I have played Dota 2, but not very much, right? Not very much compared to most Dota players. I played Dota 2 enough to see what it was like, and I was like, yep, I don't like this game that much. So there we go. Infinifactory I never finished. I should play that again, because I played, I was excited about the game. I played it when it first came out. And, Zachtronics, they do this thing where they release the game and then they actually make it good, like a month after release. I mean, the games are always good, but they fix a bunch of stuff and it's like, ugh. You're giving your most excited players a bad experience when you do that. So I don't know, some stuff about it felt janky later in the game, and I don't know, the story stuff wasn't really there. Maybe it still isn't. Anyway, I should go back and play that sometime, because I remember enjoying it. It's weird, some games I remember enjoying, but then I also didn't finish. So it is what it is. Inscription is weird, it's the opposite, right? Inscription has the good begin game, and then the end game is like... All right. But I'm sympathetic to that. It's like the begin game is very, very good. Like the whole first part of Inscription is good, and it's just... He was then sort of doing his signature thing after that, and I think the game was just too big to execute properly. So it kind of fell apart. Without, he would have had to spend 2 more years on it to make everything else up to par with the beginning, at least. And I understand not doing that. So it's just a little bit of a shame. Subnautica. What was the Subnautica endgame? No, because Subnautica endgame is, you just kind of go down to volcanic lands. It's cool because you keep finding new, deeper places to go. But honestly, the depth mechanic, you can't go past here or you get crushed thing in Subnautica is a little bit... it doesn't feel that good to play because there's not, I don't know, there's not that much warning when you're approaching crush depth, and the game rewards you for being 1 meter above crush depth at all times, and so it's one of those cases where it incentivizes the player to do things that are not fun, right? So there's a lot of that in the end game of Subnautica, or that's how I ended up playing it, right? I never played Kingdom Come. I should play that. What was the Legend of Bumbo endgame? I don't remember. Maquette had really good art direction as you got toward the end. I was really impressed with the art direction in Maquette. Corrupt, the whole point of the game is the end game, right? Or is there something extra special at the end? No, Corrupt is super cool. The only problem with Corrupt is the gameplay mechanic, because it's so free, it can easily devolve into the player just making a complete mess, right? And it's sort of up to the player to not make a complete mess, which I think is fine. I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of fun with it, but I also was like, oh, this is a mess, right? But yeah, that game's good times. I mean, something like Papers, Please just keeps varying things up through the game, right? So that's cool. But I don't remember a very explicit end game there. Same with, like, Pony Island is one of those games where it's just switching it up. Switching it up. PUBG test server. PUBG test server. Ragdoll Kung Fu, that's a blast from the past. That is a blast from the past. An astronaut getting stuff in space. Oh, what is that called? Breath Edge. Did I play the Outer Wilds expansion? Yeah, but not super far. Like, when it got to the going to sleep part, I kind of had enough. Like, I felt like the expansion expanded in a direction that was not good. Roundabout. What was the end game to Roundabout? I remember liking this whole game. This is the best FMV game ever made, guys. By the way. Scanner Somber? Yeah. Did I miss the Parabox gameplay? I want to play... Like, I'm having fun with Patrick's Parabox so far. It's just... I'm also kind of tired to... Like, sometimes when I've been working hard... Like, today I had a lot of meetings, and meetings just tire me out because I'm not an extrovert, right? Or whatever. And even just video meetings make me tired. So it's like I played Parabox for 30, 40, 50 minutes, something like that. Played the first few screens... we're up to like level 50 or something. I don't know. I want to take a break and I want to play it when I'm refreshed, right? As opposed to getting like grumpy on puzzles, which is what happens when I'm tired. I don't know, endgames are a really interesting thing to me. they're like one of the ways that games can be super cool, but at the same time, I have a hard time thinking of really neat end games. I don't know what it is. Taiji has a good end game, by the way. No spoilers. No spoilers. Work to the V's. Have I finished Recurse? No. I wasn't that into Recursed. So there's two indie games, both Recursed and Celeste. At the time when I played them, I was like, I'm not that into this. Like, I see what they're doing, but I'm not that into it. And then friends of mine said, oh, that game's really good. But I don't know. So we played Celeste some more the other day. But I'm still not super into it. Recursed, I've been meaning to go back and play. Let's download both of those. Whoops. I thought that was the scroll bar. So let's go. Oh, we have Celeste. Let me download Recursed again, so it's just kind of on deck for next time I want to play things. Recursed. Download. And we'll start over from the beginning and all that stuff. Not a good game when tired, yeah. I hear ya. Miyagakure has not come out yet. Swapping controllers when one of you died. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't gotten super far in Celeste. Like, I got past... There's, like, the kill you ghosts level. And then we got to the area after that. Like, the time ghost thing. And then, now... I don't know if I explored really much past that. I don't remember. I feel like we did some stuff, but I don't remember any major new mechanics after that yet. Corn, yeah, Corn was pretty good. Abermore. I have fond memories of the original Thief, and in fact, I contributed a little bit to Thief 3, just a tiny bit, which was the bad Thief, sadly. But it wasn't anyone's fault. Ooh, mostly negative. You're telling me about a mostly negative game, but it came out today. Why is it mostly negative? Completely unfinished and tons of bugs. Remarkably bugly. Yeah, so we're not going to play it if it's tons of bugs. It's not even early access. It's like, this is it? Sag. What was bad about working on Thief 3? Nothing was really that bad. It was just, it was an Unreal Engine game where they were trying to heavily mod the Unreal Engine. And so at that time, trying to make an ambitious cutting-edge 3D game was still kind of about copy what John Carmack is doing, right? And Carmack had been doing stencil shadows. And so that was what people figured was the big lighting technique to do, because he had been shipping. I don't even know if Doom 3 had shipped yet. It probably hadn't shipped yet, but he had demoed the demo and stuff. The problem is stencil shadows really can't do big environments, right? They only work in small environments. And Thief and Deus Ex are about wandering around big cities and stuff, right? And so they ended up with this engine that was bad for wandering around big cities, and nobody had like really thought this through, or maybe somebody had convinced themselves it wouldn't be a problem or something. But they ended up with an engine where you had to do this thing where visibility was like blocked from the next section like every 30 feet so that you could do the stencil shadow stuff and not have people's GPUs die. And it just fucked up both of those games. Like, there were lots of other problems too, but like, if you can't make like a reasonably open level where you can look across and see things, you kind of can't do Thief or Deus Ex properly. So it was very sad. Yeah, Doom 3 was 2004. Yeah, so I was working on those games in like 2003, late 2002, mid 2003 kind of thing. The Bad Thief was 4. Well, yeah, it was just, you know, it was one of those things. And also, it was like a team that had been started up and heavily funded to do ambitious things, and it was doing 2 games at once, and that's just hard. You know? And then there was a lot of drama about the main part of Ion Storm, which this was Ion Storm Austin, which is like a totally separate thing. But all the like John Romero with Daikatana was like the first game industry person to ever be like completely shellacked by the press, right? And I don't know, that like caused issues. I don't know. Quake 2 or 3 as well. Stencil shadows? Not in Quake 2. I don't think in Quake 3 either. Maybe just for characters in Quake 3. I don't even know about that. I don't think so. Great marketing. I mean, on the one hand, so here's the thing. That John Romero marketing slogan, on the one hand, it was not the best marketing slogan, right? But on the other hand, that was kind of how gamers talked all the time back then. Like, that was just what it was. Like, it's actually been cleaned up quite a lot since then. So, yeah. No, it wasn't really every ad, but like, there was a lot of like offensive language and slurs being used just in common conversation. Like, it was a different time. All right. Like 2000, 2002 was a different time in video games. Anyway. If they do a bunch of more bug fixes, because this literally just came out today, so we'll give this some time and we'll see if they fix their stuff, and if they do, we'll give it a try. Yeah, that's rough though. When you launch your game, just make sure it's not super buggy, because that's the kind of thing, like fixing the worst bugs, you can do that in like 2 weeks even, right? And it's hard. Making games is hard. When you're at the end, you're tired. You just want to release the game, right? But like, put in the extra 2 weeks. because it makes such a big difference. And really, it's not even about extra time. It's about, do you have that mindset of finding problems acceptable and not caring or not, right? You have to not think bad bugs are acceptable. Wow, I'm getting rapidly very tired, which is weird. I think I got sick a few days ago, but not in any obvious way. I don't think it was COVID or anything, because there's no real respiratory symptoms. It's just like the back of my neck feels funny. You know how they say there's COVID toe? I wonder if there's like COVID left half of back of your neck. But so I've been a little more tired this week and had weird. It's still, no, I was not at GDC. I heard everybody got COVID at GDC. Difference between uneventful launch and bug-ridden launch is huge. Yes. I mean, look at friggin' Cyberpunk, man. Although maybe that was so bad, like that game was so big that maybe it's so hard to fix the bugs that they couldn't do it. I don't know. Let's at least, since our stream title says Patrick's Parabox, let's help advertise the game, even though I'm not playing it right now. There we go. I mean, they already delayed Cyberpunk by several months, right? But I think they had, like, some things you have to change by mid-development, or you kind of bought those problems. Yeah, for GDC, like I moved out of San Francisco for a reason, so I wasn't that inclined to go back just for GDC. And then especially, like I object to the police state stuff that happened in San Francisco, and that didn't get rescinded until like the week before GDC, and by then I was like, because you know, like everything in GDC was going to be masked, like masks mandatory for everything, which like on the one hand, it's like, I get it, there's COVID. On the other hand, it's like, well, masks don't actually, like masks help, but they don't turn something that's categorically unsafe into something that's categorically safe. They don't help that much. So like, if you feel like everybody at a convention should wear masks because of the density, maybe shouldn't have the convention, right? So then it's like, maybe I should just go to GDC and hang out and have meetings with people in restaurants and hotel or something, but can't do that either without succumbing to the police state, and I wouldn't do that, so I didn't go. Heard they required vaccine passports at GDC. Yeah, they did at DICE as well. I'm actually okay with that. Like if a private event wants to vaccine passport you, I'm totally cool with that, right? I'm not cool with the city of San Francisco vaccine passporting citizens who have no other choice. And then the leaders of San Francisco being repeatedly caught not, you know, making a mockery of these laws that they're subjecting everybody else to. That's the real insulting part, right? Like, if the mayor and the city assembly and all these people were actually complying with what they made everybody else do, then I still wouldn't like it, but it would be better. But they were just like flagrantly not giving a shit about the things that, yeah, it was not good. It was not good. Any good talks this year? I don't know. I don't know. Do we know how big of a game Patrick's Parabox is? Let's look at the achievements. I could maybe play. I feel a little bit less tired now, so we might go in and play a few more levels. I don't want to read the reviews. I guess achievements are kind of spoilers as well, right? But Solve all the puzzles in 4 different areas. We're not far from that. Global achievement stats. 50% of people have 4 areas. We're in the bottom 50%. Okay. Anyway. I don't want to spoiler too much. Let's play a little more. Do I know Patrick? I don't believe that I do. Like, sometimes I've met people at conferences years ago and I don't, you know, it was like in passing or something. But I don't believe that I know the Patrick of Patrick's Parabox. $364 levels. That's quite a few levels. All right, so we've got new flashes. Okay. Easy clap. Oh, I did it in the wrong corner, guys. That's the one corner that you can't do this in. Lol. Okay. Well... Oh no, I screwed up. It's got to go down. You've got to do it this way. And you've got to do it in 2 batches. So I've got to go boom, boom. Ooh, it's a mostly empty space. So we have to, like... Oh, I can't... Okay, I can't push it. Never mind, I can't push it around that corner. So we've just got to do this, though. I kind of don't get it. So now I honestly don't know. I don't know what we're doing here now, because I previously felt like new ideas were happening, and now I'm just like, well, this is the stuff we've been doing. Maybe I'm missing something about what I'm supposed to be. Okay, so here I would like to push this out the bottom, and it's blocked, right? So that would be the usual trick that we would use here. So how do we do it when it's blocked? Well, no, I mean, it's still fine. What am I talking about? No, because you just do that. It's not even blocked. What? What is going on? Suddenly this is like a batch of easy levels that we do not care about. Okay, so now the twist is I would have to push it against the wall to do what I just did. This is a variant. Okay, one of the things that I like doing as a game designer is making sequences of variant levels that are related to each other. And so for this one, I can't push it against the wall. I have to do this, but that's like not different enough, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. There's 4 in the blue. And the first one has to be the green. Or the last one, rather. So we're going to do a stack. It's a computer science stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, 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 boop. Easy clap. That was a neat level, but the ones before that, I'm just like, why are those 6 levels there? And maybe it's just for volume, right? I don't know. I kind of don't get it, guys. I mean, another way to think about this is like, well, you're cementing what you know by repetition in different variants, right? Like, I'm not really detecting new ideas. It's just new variants on the previous ideas that were introduced. Okay, so here, clearly, I do that, right? And then I go out and I get it off. And I don't know. I just wanted to get that block. And now what? So we've got a green. And the green's got to go in. The green's got to go in here to get it off the wall. Okay, so what do we need that yellow block for, though? Why did we get that yellow block off the wall? I don't even see a box that anything has to be on, right? I just see the goal. So if I do this, right? Okay, so this is going to block the green, right? So this is going to go here. We're going to go here. The problem is if I push the green onto the yellow, it stuffs it up, right? Oh, but not if I have the other yellow. Not if I have the other yellow. So we do this. And then we go out here. And then we go easy clap, right? That's what that yellow was for. Always ask yourself, what was that for? All right. So 4 tanglers, and the problem is the greens will eat the yellow, right? So it has to go yellow, yellow, green, but then the 4th green will go into the 3rd green. But then I could push it out. I could go into, I think. Oh, but then I can't. Right, and then I'll also get it off. I'll get out here and push it off the wall. I think. Okay, let's try this. So green. Oh, that fills the whole thing. I don't know what's gonna... Let's see what happens. Maybe we just can't push it too much. Dang it! Okay, maybe that means green has to be first. And 4th? I kind of don't know how these rules go yet. Dang it! Okay. So that green is only 1 wide, so the only function is to eat things. And if it eats the blue block, I can't ever get in. If it eats the yellow block, we don't have enough things to win. Okay, I think I kind of get it. I get it. No, I get it. I get it, guys. We have to... We have to do this. We have to do this. Okay, now I need to get it off the wall somehow. Because what I was thinking is I could go manually push the green block. Or no, we don't. Okay, hold on. If the green block is in, it won't eat another block, right? But if I do this, it won't go in. No, it eats the yellow. So I do, it seems like I do need green against wall. But once I do that, I cannot get it off the wall to do another block. But maybe that's fine. Sort of. Not really. So maybe I do 2 yellows. Yeah, okay. Maybe I do this. Green. Yellow. Yellow. This guy. Oh, that's... Yeah. And then... See, I had assumed that that hole was to make a 4 high, and that's not what it was. Yeah, I mean, I agree that a lot of puzzle games maybe throw too many ideas too fast. But I'm not sure that this is going deeper with the ideas. It's more like, well, let's just play around with them some more, which is a different feeling. It's different from going deep. Not that, you know, and I'm not trying to say one's better than the other either. Okay, so we need both of these on the green splotchels, and the green needs to be in the lower right. So we need to jam it onto something. This is exactly the moment when I start getting tired again, right here. So if this is if there's a yellow on there already, then we just do this, and then it goes in the corner and we win, right? But how to get the yellow is the question. Okay, so what? Actually, this is the thing. Okay, not in the corner. Whoops. This needs to be somewhere like that. Probably didn't need to do that, but yeah, we just needed to make space to do this. And then push it out. That was cool. See, I like that one. Oh, it's a rogue level with Patrick. P for Patrick. So 1 underscore is a box? What are these? Oh, that's the exit. This is... I don't know what that is. Okay, cute. I mean, to be honest, this is pretty goddamn random. But okay. All right, we're going to take a break there again. just because I don't want to grind the game. You don't think this is that much different from the masses of puzzle sequences in The Witness? I feel like they're different. There's just a different philosophy behind the two things about how they're laid out. Did I help fund this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Someone asked that at the start of the stream. I think it's self-funded. It's not like we help fund every indie game. In fact, we almost help fund no indie games relative to all of them. If you pick a random indie game, we did not help fund it. Anyway, cool game so far. I think I'm going to pause it there and come back tomorrow. I kind of wonder how many levels there are. Does this tell me? No, it doesn't let you go past. Okay. Now this is a little weird. I don't understand. Like, why isn't this a big box that you go into with all the levels in it? I don't know. Anyway. It tells you in the pause menu. 54 solved. Oh, we're only 50 in. I felt like it was more. I'm just not really thinking this through very carefully. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, like this is sort of, I mean, we've already done this a bunch of times, right? Yeah. Okay, this is cool. So that's the first time this has happened where I think it is. Maybe I'm smoking crack on that, but it's like I exited the level into a, I don't know. That was just a little different, I feel like. So if I go here, does it push it? Yeah. Okay, hold on. So we need... How do I get up there? So okay, so the idea there was I need to enter the block but if I try to do it by pushing, I would push it into the corner and then I can't get it out, right? So I enter the block by going out of the other one, which is cool. So there is new idea stuff operating here. It's just, it's not that loud, I guess, is how I would say it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like... Oh. Yeah, same. I do this, and then I go here, and that's how I get it off the wall. And then I go here, and then I push this. Yeah, so that's a cool idea to learn. Okay. So now we got a bigger, chunkier Parabox. And... Oops, that's not... Okay, hold on. We need it to be... The reason this is... Oh, whoops. Wait, what? Right, it'll go into the middle, and if it goes into the middle, like if I push it, whoops, not that way. If I push it this way, it'll go into the... Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so now this time I sort of need to do the opposite. Maybe, okay, I think I'm going to need the gold block for this. Okay, so we go here, we push that in, because we need to leave space here, right? We need to be able to come in there. Now what, though? It's like maybe I should have put the gold block in first. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Gonna go here. Gonna put the gold block in. Oh, oh, wait. See, maybe I'm overthinking it. Anyway, so once we're in here, if we get this big block on here where I'm standing, and the gold block is in there, then I can push it out and then go up, and no, that still won't get me the exit. I guess I need this to be does this block itself need to be at the exit? Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe I'm too tired all of a sudden. So that's not going to help anyone, right? So it's got to be this here. Okay, so what if we just use this block as like a doorstop, right? Yeah. So we do that. Like, is that bad? No. That's all that was. Okay, it took me too long to do that, but that's fine. So there's a square in the green. We've got to put the green here and us in there, except no. We've got to put us here and the green in itself. Is that what I'm thinking? Maybe that is bad, what I just did. Let's think about this. So that's a very conspicuous shenanigan. Right? That means that is game designer language for we can do. Yeah, so we put green in itself, I think. How do I do that though? Or maybe not. Okay. Whatevs. It's all good. No. Okay, so these are the same level in different colors. Oh, no, except not. There's 3 levels. Wait, there's more. So there's a purple, but there's 2 cyan ones, and only one of the cyan ones has the exit. So, like, we have to go all the way down. Right? I don't even know. And then I've got to go out this way because I've got to go in the right cycle. So that's the exit. So I need to be able to go out this. So I go here, block it. Here, block it. Here, block it. Here, block it. Easy clap. That was the best level in the game so far. It was very fast to solve, but it was a super cool idea. Like, that was the best idea so far. Dick Nanigans. I would play the Dick Nanigans video game. I mean, who wouldn't play the Dick Nanigans video game? I am kind of tired. We're going to leave it here because I don't want to play tired. I know I've said that 17 times, but we're going to really give it a break. Good game so far, though. If you like puzzle games and you don't want to be beaten into the ground by hard puzzles especially, it's cool because it's pretty easy. But especially that last puzzle was super cool. Super cool. Some San Francisco phone numbers calling me. Still no Elven Ring. I know. I was expecting to find the Elven Ring. Because if you go down into enough boxes, it's got to be there somewhere, right? Never mind that there's nothing round in this game. Is it Patrick Swayze? Oh, good question. Good question. Maybe it's St. Patrick. Why didn't this come out on St. Patrick's Day? That's a missed opportunity right there. Do I consider The Witness a hard puzzle game? I don't know. That's a very reductive question. Parts of The Witness are easy. Except some people find the whole game brutally hard. But most people who are accustomed to puzzles in video games and are accustomed to being self-driven find parts of it easy and parts of it hard, right? Do SF restaurants require proof of support for the current thing? I don't know. Do SF restaurants require you to slap someone when you go in now? Like what's the policy? You have to slap the host at the host stand. Yeah, I mean, the thing that you find when you design pretty big puzzle games that have a lot of stuff in there, or even in Braid, which wasn't that big, you notice that some people find some things hard, and then other people find those things easy, but then other things hard that the first people thought were easy. Like, it's not like there's exactly a monotonic easy to hard that everybody agrees on, right? That said, there is a general easy to hard. You kind of know how hard things are, but you also a little bit don't know. Rethink Evolved. People keep suggesting really skanky games to me. So we're going to see. Rethink Evolved from 2017. Wait, I played this. This is the laser beams. Yeah, I played this. We played this on stream. Did I play Octahedron? Probably not. I don't remember it. Octahedron Transfixed Edition. Fantasy Violence. So it's like an action platformer. Published by Square Enix? What? I mean, I guess we'll try that. Is this game good? I mean, Casey, when I was picking out games for you and that one came up and I have the choice, do I add this to the bundle or don't I? What do you think I'm going to do in that case? It's not like I set out in advance premeditated. This was not premeditated spermination, right? It was more like, impromptu. And I think that should be taken into account in the sentencing, that's all I say, right? Okay, Casey, check out how many Steam points I have. I am so freaking rich in Steam points. The block machine demo. I don't think so. Block machine. Did I play this? I feel like this is one of the games I'm not going to like. Because, okay. I like programming games when they're good. I like Zachtronics games mostly, right? Zach knows how to make this kind of game fun. A lot of people don't. And even with Zachtronics games, a lot of programmers I know, such as Casey, don't really want to play them because they're too much like work, which I understand. This looks even more like work than any freaking Zachtronics thing. I mean, I'll play the, like, oh, there's a demo. I guess we'll try the demo. Not right now, but like later. It's just, like just, and it's nothing, I don't have any reason to believe from looking at that trailer that it's not going to be fun, except maybe that the levels were very complicated looking and the visuals were grating, right? And those are both negative indicators, but I don't know. It could be really fun, but it's just, I'm saying this based on the history of all the programming games that I've played, is they're usually not fun. Usually the people designing programming games don't really know how to make them fun. I have all the points. I know because Chunky hasn't been eating my points. Have you been hanging out with Chunky? If you let Chunky eat all your points, you won't have points. We sort of let Parabox play while we were chatting about GDC in the chat. So we don't actually have 2 hours of playtime on this game. We have more like 1. What about Wagyu? Well, Wagyu subtracts point counts. I mean, he's really eating their points, but he only eats 1 point from each person. It's different. So if Wagyu only ate 1 of your Steam points, that would be fine, right? Other Zachtronic games feel like work? I don't know. I like Shenzhen IO a lot. I like Opus Magnum a lot. That didn't feel like work. Well, toward the end, I think it felt like work. Like, there was a thing that happened with Opus Magnum where, like, there was some way of solving problems that was very successful for me until the end game where it wasn't. And so I would spend like 8 hours on one puzzle and not get it, and the puzzle wasn't that hard. So that was weird. It's like I really liked Opus Magnum a lot, but I also had some grindy times with it. I don't know. Any examples of good programming games besides those from Zachtronics? There may be some. None are coming to mind right now. I mean, there's 2 things, right? One thing that happens is programming games are not that fun. And the other thing that happens is programming games are way too introductory and all doing the same thing. And that happens a lot, right? It's like somebody makes a here's how to program game, and it's just like the same simple stuff that's in everybody else's here's how to program game, which actually might be fine if you don't already know how to program, right? But for someone who's an experienced programmer, it's like, okay, this is just super basic and not that. The reason Zachtronics games are interesting is one of the reasons is they're not super basic, right? And he just knows how to draw the constraints so that they're pretty tight, but actually also give you a lot that you can do, right? It's like the computers in his games are absurd in how stupid and simple they are, but also they're very powerful at the same time, which is like a little bit magical, right? Whereas like if I think of something like Human Resource Machine or something, if I remember right, they had this little like, you know, drop down box sort of tree language where you could put things in slots, and like it was too simple if you're a real programmer, and it also didn't seem that powerful such that it was hard to do really interesting things, right? Just one example of a programming game that I played, you know, whereas Zachtronics is like TIS 100 or Shenzhen IO, it's really stupid how bad those CPUs are, right? But once you figure out how to work with them, you can also do crazy stuff, right? Like you can figure out if a number is prime or not in TIS 100. So programming games are like Farming Simulator 9000 for a real farmer. Yeah. Human resource machine is good if you want to turn your brain off and just relax. But I didn't like, if I want to turn my brain off and just relax, it won't be with programming. Right? Because programming, I do a lot of programming and I want to break from it if I want to break from it, you know. How do you find as the number is prime? I did a few different solutions to that. So the problem, like, I don't know, like Zach, I think if I want to lever a criticism at his design, it's that he doesn't somehow ever structure things so that the high end goes really high in terms of interest or difficulty. He'll just cut things if not enough people get them. And that's a bummer to me. So like in TIS 100, the way it was set up is just there's one screen full of puzzles, right? And you do all of them. And that was structurally kind of interesting. But it also meant that if a puzzle was too hard, you kind of had to cut it from the game or move it to the extras, which weren't the real puzzles or anything. So one of the original puzzles was prime detector, and it would like feed in some numbers and you had to output 1 if they're prime and 0 if they're not, or something like that, right? And well, how would you do that, right? Well, there's a few ways. You pretty much have to exploit the fact that numbers only go up to 100 or something for it to be solvable on those CPUs. Or the solution I did. And I did it a couple different ways, I think. One that was super slow and then one that was faster. Like I remember really figuring out some stuff on that. And then I talked to Zach about it at one point and he was like, no, you don't understand. Almost nobody could solve that puzzle. And I was like, well, oh, and the reason he said that is because he cut it from the game. And then later they had like user generated content or something and it went in that section. I don't know. Maybe now there's a second screen. But it felt like a huge bummer to me because I had such a good time playing that puzzle and he like cut it. I don't know. But the game is a good game. Am I considering a replay of Trinity? Yes, I was going to play it yesterday and then I forgot. So I need like a day off. The thing is, I don't get that many days off. In fact, I get 0 days off unless I force myself to. So maybe this weekend. Also in Santa Fe, I'm going to try to take a couple days off. I've just been working a lot. I've taken partial days off in the past week. Even yesterday was like a day before. I don't know. Recently, I had a couple half days off, and that was nice. No, TIS 100. The problem with TIS 100 now is last time I checked, it rendered at a pretty low resolution. So if you try to play it on like a 4K monitor or something, it's really blurry and unappealing, which is a bummer. So it could use a little bit of a remaster, but I also understand why he doesn't go do it. I mean, you know, you can only do so much. And, you know, TIS 100 probably doesn't even make that much money, right? So it's hard to justify working on it. Such a cool game. Dude, when he released TIS 100, that was so cool. That was like the beginning of a new era. Sounds like Zach needs smarter game testers. No, he wasn't talking about testers. He was talking... So there's leaderboards in all the Zachtronics games, right? So he was saying, if you look at the global leaderboard data, I forget what percentage of players he said it was that solved that puzzle, but it was like... The number that comes to mind is like 3%. And maybe it was smaller, but like, okay. Like for me, that's fine. Just design your game such that there's a satisfying win condition for people who want that. And then an extra gauntlet for people who want like the hard shit, right? Like that's what the timed underground thing is in The Witness, for example. it's the extra hard thing for people who want the extra hard thing. And it's different in like it was interesting to explore the idea of doing stuff timed and having surprises built in and stuff. Anyway, yes, I want to replay Trinity soon. Um, do you want to know a secret? In the way that life is weird, everybody. So Trinity was a super, like I was talking to Casey about this the other day. It was a super influential game on me. It was probably the one game that showed me that art games can be a thing and that they could feel a certain way, right? I've never actually finished Trinity. I got way back in the day. I got to the end, and the end was like hard, and I didn't win. I had friends at high school who finished the game, but I didn't. So I want to go back and figure it out and finish it. Right? No one ever finished a text adventure game. No, I finished a lot of Infocom games. I finished Bureaucracy. I finished Hollywood Hijinks. I finished all the Zorks and all the Enchanters, probably. I finished Mind Forever Voyaging, Planetfall 2, or Station Fall, whatever. What was the other one? What was the one with the teleportation discs? The other one. Two different Infocom games. I think Planetfall had teleportation discs. The other one, the hard SF one. Starcross. Yeah, I really liked Starcross. Starcross for me back in the day was like my second favorite Infocom game because it felt like hard SF in a way that other games didn't. I don't know. Like I read a lot of like Larry Niven, Jerry Pournelle kind of stuff back then, or like Robert Heinlein kind of stuff. He's not super hard SF. Like Larry Niven is way more, but like, that game felt like those stories to me. Norco is a pretty good new text adventure game. Is it really good, or is this like when other people tell me things are good and they're not good? It wasn't silly at all like most Infocom. Yeah. And then also in Starcross, the way those discs get used, they did the cool thing where they get used multiple times in slightly different ways. So it's kind of systemic. Like it's really if statements, but it's kind of systemic, right? I was never into the point and click. So nostalgia wise, um, I was never on the computers that had the point and clicks, so I never got into them, right? Like I was on Commodore 64 back during the text adventure times. And then I went to college during all the like Sierra adventure stuff, or I mean, maybe that was on PC or something when I was in high school, but I didn't have any of that. Um, and then I played different kind of stuff in college. And so I didn't play any of those graphical point and click games. And so it's just, I have no nostalgia for them at all. Like I played a few of them later on, like in the 90s when I was in the games industry sort of as an indie. And I was just like, these are all terrible, except Loom, of course, was not terrible. I don't know. A lot of people actually no. So I played Grim Fandango. A friend of mine from college actually ended up working on Grim Fandango. So I played that and I enjoyed that, but that was a little bit of a later era, right? That was like an actual 3D rendered thing. But like all the like LucasArts adventures and stuff, I never played. And I played Monkey Island later and stuff like that. And I was like, I could see why people liked them, but I they weren't my thing. King's Quest wasn't good. No, I mean, I never really played the King's Quest games pretty much, but I'm pretty sure by modern standards they would be considered pretty bad design-wise. Wouldn't they? Can anyone who... Grim Fandango is pretty awful, actually. Did I like it? Well, I mean, I was judging it by point-and-click standards, right? And for the time, it was pretty okay. And it had one puzzle. It had the jam the forklift in the elevator puzzle that was pretty cool. But then I went back and tried to play it later and I couldn't do it. It was terrible. So like, I'm not saying that I like it. I'm saying I enjoyed it at the time for what it was. Like some games are of their time and don't translate well later on. And I feel like that was one of them. I mean, maybe all video games are like that, right? Like, even some of the games today that feel like they've lasted, or, you know, when I design games, I try to make them long-term meaningful, but like 50 years from now, is anyone going to give a shit about literally any video game that already exists? Maybe not, right? Except very rare video game historians. Like, I don't know. Although I did, so at DICE, they have a little arcade thing, and I did play Robotron and Stargate, and they're both still playable. Like, you can play Robotron, and it's fine. And I think it was not even on a fully, like, it felt like a MAME cabinet or something, so I don't even think it was like the real original refresh rate. It felt a little slow, but it was still totally playable and fine, which is kind of amazing. I mean, it's a simple game compared to modern games, but I had fun playing it for a little bit. Trying to think of a point-and-click adventure that holds up, and you think Loom is probably the only one. Yeah, I should even replay Loom at some point. But I want to do Trinity first. Did I ever try Crosscode? I don't think so. Is that on Steam? I don't always agree with what Elliot says is a good game, but I've definitely had a good time playing things, even when we disagree about how good it is ultimately. This looks familiar to me. Maybe I just remember seeing the trailer or something. So is this a programming game? Oh, this is one of the games where you like hack the computers and you make them do stuff. Didn't I play this? Steam claims I don't own it, but I feel like I played it a little bit. But it's pretty recent. I mean, 4 years ago. That's not that recent, but it's a little bit recent. Does Robotron predate the Terminator movie? I mean, Robotron was like 1982? Maybe 84. Like, the title is actually Robotron 2084, so maybe it came out in 1984 and they added 100 years, but... let's see. Robotron release date. 1982. I got it right. My guess was correct. So that had to be before Terminator, right? Terminator's 85. Yeah. So maybe Terminator's based on Robotron. Oh yeah, I remember that conversation that this game was written in JavaScript. I remember that. That's why we were looking at it. So is this like a programming game? Like, what is it? What is the puzzle part? Or is it just like Zelda dungeon puzzle kind of things? It does have a lot of reviews. The game did very well on Steam, I guess. I mean, I guess I'll get it. The problem is I'm going to be traveling soon, and we bought a bunch of games today, and I don't know that I'm going to have time to play all these games. But I'm going to have more Steam points. Hell yeah. I'm going to be in the 1% on Steam points. So we've got Crosscode, Block Machine Demo, Octahedron. Oh, that's not that many. I felt like... Oh, Planet Crafter. Casey, if you get jealous of my Urbit planet, you could craft your own now, I guess. I don't know what this game is, but it was called Planet Crafter, so I said insta-buy. Did I play the snail game? A little bit, yes. Yeah, a little bit. Make a beeline for the first real dungeon. Okay, so when I play Crosscode, I'm assuming it'll be at least a little bit clear what forward means. So, yeah. I'll try to remember that. I don't know how far in the future it'll be because I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks. Maybe we'll stream from the laptop. I don't know. What do you even do with Steam points? You fill your bathtub with Steam points and you luxuriate. Yeah, block machine. I don't know how that's gonna go, guys. We'll try it though. Oh, and we got I forgot, right. We also got Recursed and Domina and Planet. It is a lot of games. We also got to play The Witness. Got to play Earth Defense Force 5. Oh my god, look at all these games. Okay. Is there a way to search for a game by mechanic or a specific puzzle? I mean, Steam Store has these user tags. I thought this said Soy Fest for a second when it popped up. You know, so like Sokoban, all right, or whatever. Logic. They think I like Sokoban. Oh, because I played Patrick's Paradox box. Ay, ay, ay. Simfest. Let's click on Simfest. Dark Fantasy 2 Jigsaw Puzzle. How is that a sim? Is this Simp Fest, actually? They thought it was Simp Fest? I don't know. Okay. All right. Euro Truck Simulator, Potion Craft we played, Escape Simulator we played, Animal Shelter Simulator. That seems like it would be a depressing game. Transport Fever 2. Snow Runner, Power Wash Simulator. Did I buy that on Epic Store? All right, everybody, it's bedtime for me. Thanks for playing Patrick's Parabox. If you didn't see this streaming, you can go back in the VOD and get a feel for what the game's like. We will play it more in the upcoming days. Thank you very much. I'm going to sign off. Have a good evening. Have a good night, etc. See you later on. How is there not already Simp City? Good question.